All right, so this video I called Slabs and Pads, and what I'm going to do is just kind of show you how you might go about drawing in or changing or modifying objects that represent the concrete slabs or building pads. So we'll start with this concrete pad right here. And if I select on it, I can see that it's got, this line. It is a polyline. You can see here CAD polyline if I look at the properties. And it shows me the total length in the area, so I can easily write that number down. But if I put it on a layer and I use the Takeoff report, area length count report, I'll get one report once I do all this. So I'm showing you this in steps, but keep in mind that the idea is you would clean up all this data and then run a report, and you've got a nice report that you can send to other platforms, other programs. So what I'm going to do here is basically just change the layer. So I'm going to come over to the layer, drop down under properties, and I'm going to come down to the bottom here, click new layer. And again, I can make a new layer called Slabs and Pads, or if I want to separate this, I'm just going to come in and put dumpster pad, and then I'm going to put, a building pad as well. So I'm going to make this magenta. Again, I like to put a thickness on it so I can see the difference between what came from the PDF versus what is in my, what I'm actually, clean data, what I'm working with. Put it on propose, I'm gonna protect it, and I'm gonna click close here. And now I basically just moved that to that particular pad. So that one was easy, right? It was just changing the existing line and moving it over. The other one that may be a little bit more challenging is this building pad. Now on the building pad, we can see here we've got 1,200 square feet. It's actually, if we take a look at it, it's made up of a bunch of lines, and there really isn't a line that represents the the entire footprint of the building. So what we can do here is simply draw in a rectangle or a line string. So if I go to use my CAD, if this was a perfect rectangle, I could use the create rectangle, which is going to draw a closed polygon, or there is a 3-point rectangle. So if I use a 3-point rectangle, we'll call this building footprint, and hit my space bar under the layer, and we'll go ahead and we'll create another one called TO-building footprint, and we'll just keep the layer the same because we know they're all slabs, or the color the same. So I'll just use another magenta color as well, and then make the thickness here. I'm gonna actually show you this twice, so I'm just gonna a couple different ways of using this command here. So proposed, closed. So I'm not worried about the elevation. So with this one, I can pick the first corner, so I can come in here and snap that corner there. It's asking me for corner number 2. So if I was to come over here and pick that corner over there, now it lets me come down here, and you can see that I can come down and pick this corner down in here, which is corner number 3, or the rectangle. So what it's done now is it's created a rectangle in here. And so if I close this and we select that line, you can see that I've got that footprint. Okay, so you can see the area is, exactly, there's 100 or about 10 more square feet that, they just rounded down to 1,200 here, but I got the exact number here. I'm not accounting for this over here, so I could make another rectangle over there. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and select that line. I'm going to hit this red X to delete the object, and I'm going to show you the line string or even the polyline. Actually, let's just show the polyline. So same thing, I can call this building footprint, and I've already got the layer created, so I'm just going to come down here and grab that building footprint layer. Don't worry about the elevation. Automatically closed by connecting ends. I'll go ahead and say always, and then it says pick individual points. I'm going to click next point. So I'm going to start over here again in this corner, and I'm just going to draw and trace the outline. So I'm going to come over here, and I'll come down, and we'll pick that corner over there. And I'll come down here and grab this one. So you can see it's drawing that line across because it is I told it to always close. So I'm going to come up in here and I'm going to grab this corner. So again, I'm just using my wheel mouse to zoom in. We'll come in here and we'll grab this outer corner here. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab that intersection there. So now I've got, the building footprint, let's say, and that's when I click close, now I have that footprint. And that footprint here tells me the area. Again, by doing this and cleaning it up, I'm just basically drawing these objects or tracing them and digitizing them as I need to. Then I would repeat that process here, obviously, for the propane tanks as well. So just showing you a few commands. One, just simply changing an existing line that we extracted from the PDF. The other one is the rectangle command, as well as drawing the polyline command. So again, the purpose of showing you this is to show you these tools, and then you deploy these tools based on how you might use those.